And I just decided to pack up and come back home to see what I could potentially do, what I can potentially get into. I finished my 4-year contract with the United Nations in South Sudan back in October, and I just felt compelled to still stay on the continent. This has been a passion for me for the longest time, where there's just something about this continent that I feel called to, that I feel I need to be in. So the journey that I'm currently on is to find a place to live. Currently, I'm living in my cousin's place, but it's a bit of a, tight place in that I'm sharing a room and a bed, by the way. And of course, I don't want to do that. I don't want to continue to do that. So I embarked on a journey to find an apartment. I have seen so many different apartments all over Abuja, and it is mad expensive, y'all. It's expensive in Abuja, as you can expect. I mean, it is the capital, but then of course you still don't want to just go and live anywhere. You have to think about safety. You have to think about, transportation, because right now I do not have a vehicle. So I have to think about, getting a place that's easy to get to be able to get in a taxi or call an Uber without paying an arm and a leg. So this is the journey. I've looked at so many different places. I've looked at 2 bedrooms, I've looked at 1 bedrooms, I've looked at studios. I have finally settled on a studio, which is in the diplomatic area. So diplomatic area being, where there are a lot of expatriates, a lot of embassies. ECOWAS is here, the criminal court is here, International Criminal Court is here, Africa Union is here, embassies and consulates are around this area. So you can imagine that the security is definitely a lot greater than any other part of town. And literally, I can walk out of the gate and I am not too far from the expressway. I can pick up a taxi or I can call an Uber, and within 5 to 10 minutes, depending on traffic, I am in the middle of town, which is called the central area. So this is the place I decided to go for. Of course, you know me, I like my space, but this studio is a temporary, because the plan is to eventually purchase property and build. So I don't want to be too extravagant in getting a place that is just going to be temporary. So this is the compound. I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see the compound. It's a series of 4 houses, and within the 4 houses, they've broken them down into apartments, 2 bedrooms, 1 bedroom, and studios. I have taken the studio with a balcony. So this is the compound here. That's the main gate. This is one house. This is another house. This is another house. And this is the house that I have decided to take. Yes, it's raining, by the way. So yeah, you can see and hear the rain. So we're going to walk into the building where I have decided to take. It's on the 2nd floor. Here and in Europe, it's called, so the 1st floor is called the ground floor. The 2nd floor is actually called the 1st floor, so on and so forth. And then when you're going up, so I would say, oh, we're going to the 2nd floor, but people will tell me, no, it's the 1st floor, because the ground floor is the ground floor. So this is this space here. This is not my area. This is kind of like the hallway when you walk up the stairs. This is another apartment area that has 2 studios that could potentially be turned into 1 apartment. This is the one that I have selected. It's a studio apartment. The windows are big. Of course, being me, I have a preference for a much larger window. Sorry, there's no light because when it rains, they take the light. This is the bathroom. This is apparently the style of bathrooms here in Nigeria and also in Uganda, by the way, because I've lived in Uganda. So where the shower, the toilet, the sink, all in one place, there's no demarcation. Sorry guys, it's dark, so it's hard to see. So this is the bathroom, toilet. This is the kitchen, very quaint. The stove will go here, and some drawers. I'm not a pack rat like I used to be, so it's not going to be difficult for me fitting into the place. So I like it for what it is, for the temporary place to stay. I think it's perfect. Oh, and by the way, sorry guys, let me show you the balcony. So this is the balcony. Oh, and that's the expressway that I told you about over there. You can see cars coming down off the ramp. This is a pretty big balcony. I can do a lot with this balcony. So it's a